Hi everyone. Been getting a lot of questions recently on jumping spider care, how to keep a jumping spider as a pet. So I thought I would, as I've been doing for my quails, I thought I would do a cage, or in this case a terrarium tour, for Fluff, my jumping spider, my Hylas giganteus. So I'd have a go at taking the lid off with one hand. Let's see if this works. Probably not. I'll be able to actually. Let's check where she is. There she is. Whoop. Oop, she's a bit caught on her own web. There we go. There she is. Hello, Fluff. Okay, so this is going to be a super quick tour, because I tried to do a longer one and then my phone crashed and I lost the entire thing. So, trying not to beat myself up over that. So yeah, just fed Fluff. She's chowing down on a mealworm there. She likes mealworms. That's the only thing she will eat, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your spider will be the same. They have quite individual preferences. Yours might like crickets or flies or something else. But she likes mealworms, and I attempt to feed her by hand every couple of days, every few days. But I also, just to make sure that she is eating. She won't always take it from me. So I do also pop some extra prey into the cage as well, which she can hunt at her leisure. So yeah, lid is off at the moment. This stuff around the edges, this isn't grime, this is web. There's tons of it in the lid as well. She makes these kind of hammocks for herself. This is something she started doing now that she's getting older and starting to lose her grip. That's something that happens when spiders get old. They lose the like sticky hairs on the bottom of their feet to make them harder for them to get around. So we've also got in here Komodo dual thermometer and hydrometer. Very important to have one of those to monitor temperature, check that she's not too cold or too hot or too dry. She is a bit dry at the moment, but I will be misting the tank shortly. This is one of the smallest ones they do. It's okay for her. As pet spiders go, she's pretty small. And at the time, I was kind of worried that if I got anything bigger, I wouldn't be able to see her very well. Although, as it turns out, she spent most of her time on this kind of opaque lid, and I couldn't see her anyway. So on hindsight, I probably would have got her something around this width, but taller, with a clear top. But I'm not gonna move her into anything different at this stage of her life, because she's coming up to a year old now, and that's very old for a jumping spider, and I think moving her would just cause stress. But she's spent a lot of time making this into her own territory, so this is going to stay as a home. And don't forget, of course, she also gets to come out fairly regularly. More when she was younger. These days she rarely wants to come out, but I try to give her the opportunity as much as possible. So this is a Komodo tank as well. Good quality. It's got like a carry lid. So not too bad for like a spider starter tank. Everything in here, including Fluff herself, I bought from the Southeast Arachnid Show. that takes place in January in Kent in the UK. Yeah, so I picked everything up there, including this kind of this grapevine and some fake twigs and fake plant. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. So she's living on my bedside table at the moment because I seem to have many arachnophobic friends who won't come around unless I put her away. So we've got Pickle here keeping watch over her. Yeah. So yeah, this is where she lives at the moment. She gets pretty good sunlight here when there is some. Not much in winter, but yeah, that's her misting bottle there, which doesn't need much. Just like a couple of spritzes just on the floor and on the side. But she gets a lot of her moisture from the mealworms anyway. And I do keep her on a heat mat, also Komodo, during the colder months, because it does get cold in my house. The general rule is that the mat should only cover half of whatever size tank you have, so that it's more for lizards because they're on the bottom, but the idea is so that if they do get too hot, they can retreat to the cool side of the tank. But yeah, usually during the summer I don't need to keep this on. Anywhere between like 20 and 30 degrees Celsius is fine for a jumping spider. So yeah, the humidity is already going, it's starting to go up. I've done that misting. Yeah, actually I think that's about it. Yeah. Nice sweet little spider. And now a very dried out mealworm. And a phone that can't focus. Or record for long periods of time, it turns out. Oh, it's not even giving me the option to focus now. Anyway, this is where Fluff resides.